welcome back to my channel. I'm back home post-holiday. I'm just kind of giving myself, well, I thought I need to just step right back into vlogging, otherwise I'm going to lose that momentum. And I really loved vlogging our trip away. If you haven't seen it, we did like a little mini road trip around the west coast of America and Oregon. So that was amazing. When I was editing that vlog, I was like, all that I'm saying here is, it's amazing, it's so good. And I still don't feel like I found the words to sum up the experience. It was just everything that I kind of needed it to be and more. So I feel really grateful for that. Today is just a really standard at home, working from home day for me. I'm just gonna do my skincare while I chat to you. I've actually joined a new gym. I had a lot of thinking time while I was away and I realised I'm really just not doing enough to fill up my cup during the day. And the gym used to be a really large part of that. And we did a lot of swimming while I was away. And I realised I love swimming. I need a pool in my life. So I've signed up to a gym where there's a pool. I went this morning for the first time. And yeah, it was really good. I was nervous. I felt anxious to go because it's like a new place, new gym. And I noticed myself feeling, I don't know, it just felt odd. Like I've got so used to doing my own routines that doing something outside of that, it did feel strange, but also felt really good. So I'm glad that I did that, and it'll be interesting to see how I kind of, like what my routines look like basically over the next few months, because I haven't been to a gym properly and consistently, I want to say for about 2 years. I did have a membership when we first moved to Nottingham and then I just didn't really go, to be honest. So yeah, I feel like I found a gym that I really like now and I'm excited to get back into my routine with that. And that's one thing about holidays I'd say that's really good. Obviously you get that chance to rest and relax and like have new experiences. But for me, it also really makes me reevaluate what's going on at home and actually how I want to live my life. So I've just used the Lumen Nordic Sea Glow Essence. And now I'm using the Willida Nourishing Day Cream. On the agenda today is a call in 10 minutes that I've got from 11 till 12. Then I'm gonna do Sunday's newsletter. I'm gonna change the day that I send my newsletter out and do it on Sunday mornings instead. So I'm gonna finish that. And then I also want to finalize some of the bits for the workshop that I'm hosting on Tuesday. So I'm hosting a workshop on Tuesday, kind of around wellbeing in winter. It's going to be a bit of a ceremony, an opportunity to rest and just essentially set a bit of an intention for how you want your winter to look. So I'm really looking forward to hosting that. This evening I'm also going out for dinner with Jay because he's going away for 2 weeks, which, given that we have had 10 months apart in the past, 2 weeks feels like a long time now. But I do always say that having this time away, especially because we've been together for like nearly 13 years, just having time to be individual people is a really good thing. So yeah, I'm just gonna have 2 weeks at home. I'm gonna bring you along for the journey. I'm probably gonna vlog a little bit more than I usually would, just because I've said this before, I really enjoy YouTube as a platform. I want to put more of my focus into here and step away from some of the short form content. And I need to make that intention a reality by actually doing more YouTube. So that's the intention, that is the plan. This call is now in 8 minutes. So I'm gonna go and get myself settled and ready. It is 1:45. The call went so well. Yeah, it was a really productive call. Can't remember if I mentioned what the call actually was, but it was basically kind of like creative coaching, because I realised I've been freelance for nearly a year and it can be lonely business, kind of sitting on your own and squirreling away at things. And actually I've just found it so useful to have an outsider's perspective and like some coaching and guidance on certain things when it comes to like yoga and showing up online and how I want to do that in a way that feels good for me now. Because I've been doing this for so many years and I think sometimes it's easy to just get stuck in routines and caught up with what the algorithm kind of wants from you. And actually it's coming back to myself and thinking, what do I want to give and how do I want to add value? And yeah, it was just a really good call. And it was actually with Sarah Tasker. I feel like a few people will know who Sarah is because she's just got an amazing online community and presence. But I really recommend coaching with her if you are a creative and you feel stuck and you just want some guidance and clarity. So much wisdom. So that's left me with good energy. I'm going to finish off a couple of bits in here. Me and Jay have got some bits to drop off at the charity shop, so I'm going to take them over there, come back, do some writing this afternoon, because I feel like while I've got like this inspired energy in me, I just need to get typing. I'm having one of those afternoons where I'm taking full advantage of working from home and working for myself and doing some work from the sofa. Also, you may have just seen, I have lit a candle and put it in our log burner. I mentioned this on TikTok, so if you follow me on there, you'll already know, maybe you've seen. When we bought this house, it came with a log burner, and it was honestly one of those moments where I was like, this is perfect. Like, I love staying in cozy shepherd's huts, and one of the appeals for me is always that they have a log burner. It just seems like, I mean, it's just a really lovely, like, ritual thing to do in a sense. I just enjoy that whole process of like lighting the fire, having a real fire roaring. We got our log burner serviced quite quickly actually after moving in. Turns out that it's not fit for use, and the people before us were potentially poisoning themselves by using it. So obviously we haven't used it since, and last winter, actually the first winter as well, we just didn't really do anything with it and didn't put a candle in there. And then I thought, actually there are ways to make it feel cozy without actually having a fire in there. So essentially, long story short, I'm now putting a candle in there because actually it is very expensive to make it a fully functioning log burner, because we wouldn't just need to have a whole new flue put in, we also need to get a complete new log burner. So that is not on our agenda anytime soon. But yeah, it does make a difference to have a candle flickering in there. I'm gonna do a little bit of reading. I'm reading this book at the minute that honestly, I feel like I'm not gonna go into it in this vlog because there's too much to say. It's What My Bones Know by Stephanie Fu, a memoir on healing for complex trauma. I feel like by me reading out the title of this, some of you will resonate, some of you won't. But yeah, this book, I have no words at the moment. I'm gonna do a full review, but I just want to kind of pinpoint some parts of it that I want to speak about more than others. And then I'm going to write today's Substack with a hot chocolate. So I'm romanticising my afternoon. And Jay sat with me. It's our last day together before he goes away for 2 weeks. So we're just chilling together while I do a bit of work and he does some little last minute admin bits and maybe watches some TV. So yeah, I'm going to go make my hot chocolate and then get set up. Let me give you a little house update because our dining room is nearly done. Well, it pretty much is done. Like, the decorating part of it is done. And this is the first time it's looked like a dining room probably since July. So this is how the dining room is currently looking. It's just gone 5, which is why it's a little bit darker. It's not finished, but the painting pretty much is, like, all it is now is decorating in terms of, well, not decorating, furnishing. For example, things like this mirror. We got this when we lived in Lincoln for a smaller space, and now I just feel like it definitely needs a bit of a bigger mirror there, so we're gonna do that. Definitely some new curtains because those doors let out quite a bit of heat. There's lots of little things that need to be done, but this is the first time it's felt like a dining room in a very long time. Also this table, so we've got a tablecloth on it at the moment, but we need to sand it down, do all that, and yeah, basically let me show you the current state of the table. It's secondhand. I think we bought it for £40 and we just need to do all of the DIY stuff on it. So for now, while we don't have the time to do that, we're hiding it. But yeah, I love how the flooring colour looks with the wall colour that we've gone for. This is little green clay mid, and yeah, I just love how it looks with the new handles. Yes, we changed the handles, changed the plug sockets, so we've done all of those little things, but then it's like the little details, like changing that doormat to something else, figuring out what we're doing over here because this chair isn't staying but those drawers are, so doing all of that. But yeah, I need to sort that out now, but you can get the general gist. I just got these from the garden, so some of the dahlias are still going strong. And this, which actually grew out of my wildflower bed that I had at the back, I have no idea what this is called, but I just thought it was really pretty. So I've just put it in a little, I think this is like an old jar from a mango chutney. And then a little tea light holder. Oh, I just need to put a tea light in that. And then I might get a couple more flowers tomorrow. I'm having some friends over this weekend, so I thought just having a couple of little flowers, maybe some candles I'll bring from downstairs, from upstairs. And then over here, actually, this is another thing. We need to do a bit of a DIY on this. I haven't really found anything to replace it with yet. Probably something more neutral, not as busy. I feel like this with the floor just looks a bit too much, so we're going to change that up. But again, it's one of those jobs that is at the bottom of the list right now. I really haven't mentioned it much on here, or well, on here at all, or online anywhere, but I've started a new training course in Yoga Nidra. So I qualified as a yoga teacher last July, and this new course, I mean, Yoga Nidra in general, it is one of the most healing practices I have ever done. And the sense of deep rest and connection that I feel to myself during and after the practice, it's really hard to explain actually. And I knew that, I mean, after I'd qualified from my training, I wanted to give myself time to like embed those practices and just teach for a little bit and see how that felt. But I knew that I wanted to learn more about it straight away. It is just such a beautiful practice, and as part of my training, I am practicing it a lot because you can't really teach what you don't know. Yeah, I'm practicing most days when I can. The recording that we've been given, well, we started off on 10 minutes, we've moved up to 15, so I'm doing 15 minutes a day. But as part of that before it, I kind of try and allow myself to settle, and then afterwards kind of ease into my day. So all in, it's about maybe 35, 40 minutes. The benefits that I feel from it, it's honestly a little bit mind-blowing, and there is a lot of science actually that backs up Yoga Nidra and the benefits of it. It's been really amazing actually exploring like the origins of the practice, how deep-rooted it is in quite a few different cultures. And yeah, it just, I mean, it's one of those things that has been practiced for a really long time and people have felt the benefits from, and now we've also got Western science that sort of, I guess, gives us evidence of it, which is exciting, but also, you know, this is something that's been done for so many years. So I guess just really respecting the fact that regardless of what science told us, people knew that this was a really powerful practice. And I'm feeling it, I'm really, really feeling it. I'm going to speak about mental health and lots to do with like therapy and things in another YouTube video, but I feel like I'm in a season of my life where I really want to focus more on that, and Yoga Nidra has become and is becoming a really big part of it. So I just wanted to share that. I usually actually do this practice in the morning, but because I went swimming this morning, my timers were a little bit off, and because it was my first time swimming at the new gym, I just really wanted to allow myself to do that. So yeah, I'm doing it now. I'm just going to set up. So as part of Yoga Nidra, and actually as part of Shavasana if you do a yoga class, how comfortable you are is a really important part of it, because if you don't feel comfortable in the posture, it's hard to just relax and settle into it. So I've got two mats, I've done a double mat. I've got my bolster, I've got a blanket. I'll also use an eye pillow and yeah, get myself all settled up. And then after I'm going to do a little bit of journaling and I'm just documenting my experience and yeah, kind of figuring out what works best for me, what feels right. It's all kind of part of my training really. I just filmed that whole thing and it was 4 minutes. Somehow, I have mastered my pretty much everyday makeup routine when I do choose to wear makeup is 4 minutes. I feel like it's probably 5 because I skipped a bronzer. I just thought, I mean, I'm going out in the dark. We're going to a restaurant, it'll be fine. Don't need bronzer. But yeah, 4-minute makeup routine. I've also really massively got back into wearing mascara. I completely stopped pretty much. Now I realise probably out of laziness, because I was finding with the mascara I was using, I was having to really like it was taking a lot of effort to remove it at the end of the day. Like, yes, it would last through the day, which is great. And I find that I've got quite oily skin and oily eyelids, and every single mascara I was trying would transfer apart from that one. So I just thought, you know what, I'm gonna be a mascara free gal. Then, because we were going on holiday, I was like, it would be nice to have that option. I bought this from Vive. This is their new mascara. It's a new launch from them. I don't really buy that much makeup. I like to keep up to date with brands like Vive because I just like Jamie Genevieve's content, so I'm kind of like in the know with their new launches. And I got an email about this and I thought, it sounds quite good. I'm just gonna chance it, see how I get on. It's the best mascara I've ever tried. It's the best mascara I have ever used by a mile for so many reasons. The first one is that it looks quite natural still. It takes me half a minute for both eyes. It lasts all day. Bearing in mind with pretty much every other mascara for me, it will either mostly transfer, like I'd have black underneath here even if I didn't apply it to my bottom lashes. And then I think the thing that's making me apply it every day and love it even more is that I don't need to use a separate eye makeup remover in the evening. So when it does come to doing my evening skincare routine, I don't have to faff with another cleanser. And yeah, it just makes it easy. It can come off with water apparently. I mean, I've not like got water and just use that as a test, but yeah, I probably would say that it can because I don't necessarily like scrub my eyes with my cleanser either. So yeah, I guess it is coming off with just water. Anyway, a magic product. I really recommend it if you want like an easy fuss-free mascara, or even if you just like mascaras and want to try a new one. This is just great. I'm definitely going to keep repurchasing it. This is in Midnight Black. I don't think that they do brown, but wow, when they do brown, I'm going to get that. And it's really making me enjoy wearing makeup and kind of, yeah, thinking about new products and things. So yeah, I really like that, really recommend it. We're ready, we're about to leave. It's actually a lot later. It's a lot later than we'd planned to. I usually eat dinner at 6. It's now 7:10. We have an hour to drive there. So yeah, it's not actually turned out to be as calm and as slow a vlog as I had anticipated, but that's life. Just sat editing this vlog, and what do you know? I forgot to sign off. Thank you so much for watching. I'm editing this the day after. And yeah, hope you enjoyed spending the day with me. I ended up getting back really late last night. It was 11:30, so I mean, there's no wonder that I didn't think to pick my camera up. The dinner was really nice. It was really weird. If you follow me for a while, you'll know that me and my husband Jay, we've spent quite a long periods of time apart basically because of his job. And I mean, it's only 2 weeks, but it feels like he's going away for longer because he doesn't usually do, like if he's going away, he's going away and it's months. So I think we were just sat there like, what's happening? And he's going to be back in 2 weeks, so it's actually really nice knowing that it's not a really long stint. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you got to the end because it's been a longish one, especially for a daily vlog. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.